There's a new arms deal in the works, and folks, it is poised to completely redefine the rules of air combat in Asia. We are talking about a weapon that can reach out and touch a target from hundreds of kilometers away.
And what's the price tag for this kind of game-changing power? A cool $400 million. But that's not just a number, is it? It's the price you pay for a whole new edge in the sky. So what exactly is India getting for that money, and why is this investment so absolutely critical right now? Let's dive in.
Okay, first things first, let's look at the deal itself. This is the $400 million agreement between India and Russia that's making this whole thing happen.
So here are the basics. The buyer is the Indian Air Force, the seller, Russia. And the item? 150 R-37M missiles. These are going to be strapped onto India's workhorse fighter, the Su-30 MKI, and from everything we're hearing, this deal is very, very close to being finalized. Now, you know a deal of this magnitude doesn't just happen overnight. This all started with a pitch from Russia way back at Aero India 2025. By June, India's own defense research organization was fast-tracking the studies to see how they'd make it work. And now all eyes are on Russian President Putin's upcoming visit in early December. That's when we're all expecting the formal announcement. This has been a very careful, very deliberate diplomatic and military dance.
So that brings us to the most important question of all. Why now? What's the rush? Well, this next part is all about the long-range gap and why this missile has become such an urgent necessity for the Indian Air Force.
And you know, the answer really lies in this one single powerful line from the source material. It says the urgency stems directly from lessons learned during something called Operation Sindoor.
See, back in the clashes of May 2025, China's PL-15 missile allowed its jets to pull off what are called standoff kills. That means they were engaging and destroying targets from a totally safe distance, way beyond 200 kilometers. For the Indian Air Force, this was a huge wake-up call. It exposed a critical and, frankly, a very dangerous gap in their capabilities.
So how do you close a gap like that? Well, you go out and get a weapon that's specifically designed to do just that. So let's meet Russia's answer, the R-37M, a missile sometimes called the hypersonic killer.
So what is this thing really? Well, the fancy term is BVRAM, which just stands for Beyond Visual Range Air-to-Air Missile. But in simple terms, it's a weapon built for one specific purpose: to take out high-value targets, the big ones, like command and control aircraft or refueling tankers, from very, very far away.
And just look at this chart to see the sheer scale of this upgrade. It's just astounding. India's current main missile, the R-77, has a range of about 110 kilometers. Their newer homegrown Astra pushes that out to 160. But the R-37M, we're talking over 300 kilometers. This isn't just a small step up. It is a complete paradigm shift in aerial reach.
But it's not just about the range, right? This thing is also unbelievably fast, hitting Mach 6. That's hypersonic territory. It uses a really sophisticated guidance system. It uses inertial guidance to get it into the right neighborhood, and then its own active radar kicks in to lock on for the final kill. And its whole job, its primary mission, is to hunt those big, important assets, like the AWACS planes that are directing the entire enemy air battle.
Okay, so you put all of that technology together, and what does it actually mean? It means you're not just buying a new missile, you are literally rewriting the rulebook for the air war. Let's talk about that strategic impact.
This right here is the heart of it. India goes from being fundamentally outgunned and outranged to achieving what military planners dream of: a first look, first kill advantage. That's the ability to see and destroy your enemy before they even know you're there.
So how does that actually work in practice? Well, picture this. Step 1. An Indian Su-30 MKI detects a high-value enemy plane from over 300 kilometers away. Step 2. It launches the R-37M from a completely safe standoff distance, way outside the range of any enemy fighters. And Step 3. It can take out the enemy's entire command and control network before a traditional dogfight even has a chance to begin. It's about winning the fight before the fight even starts.
And make no mistake, this isn't going to be some niche capability for a few special planes. The plan is to arm 10 full squadrons of Su-30 MKI fighters with these missiles. This gives India a powerful new deterrent and a serious offensive tool in critical areas, from the high-altitude standoff in Ladakh all the way to the strategic waterways of the Arabian Sea.
So you see, this isn't just about a new piece of hardware. It's about a fundamental shift in the very nature of air power. And that leaves us with one final big question to think about. When a battle can be won from 300 kilometers away, what does a front line even look like anymore?